Did you know that a family of 4 in Montgomery County, Maryland requires a budget exceeding $120,000 annually for essentials? That's a hefty sum for basic living expenses. And if you're thinking about moving to Montgomery County or wondering how your current budget measures up, you've come to the right place. I'm Lily Vallario, an award-winning realtor with 20 years of experience serving this vibrant state of Maryland, and I bring weekly videos about living in this amazing state. If you find this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for everything you need to know about living in Maryland. In this video, we're going to break down the real cost of living in this sought-after Maryland area. We'll cover everything from housing and transportation to groceries and childcare. Stick around to get the full picture of what it takes to make it in Montgomery County. Picture this, a family of 4 are excitedly browsing listings in Montgomery County. Their smiles fade as they scroll through the options. The reality of Montgomery County's housing market is hitting them hard. The median home price here is $619,000 as of October 2024, significantly higher than the national average. It's enough to make anyone's eyes water, especially when you compare it to the typical incomes in the area. Housing costs in Montgomery County can eat up a huge chunk of your budget. Many residents are spending 40% or more of their income just to keep a roof over their heads. That doesn't leave much room for other essentials, let alone luxuries. Property taxes and utilities add to the financial burden. For a $600,000 home, you're looking at about $5,640 a year in property taxes alone. Utilities can easily run $300 to $400 a month just for basics like electricity, water, and gas. Renting might seem like a good alternative, but don't get too excited. A 2-bedroom apartment in Montgomery County averages around $1,840 per month, considerably higher than the national average. So how do people make it work? Well, Montgomery County residents are getting creative. Some families are embracing multi-generational living with grandparents, parents, and kids all sharing one roof and pooling resources. Others are turning to home sharing, splitting costs with roommates to ease the financial burdens. Additionally, many homeowners are maximizing their property's potential by converting basements into rental units. Your housing choices don't just affect your rent or mortgage, they're closely tied to your transportation costs too. That fancy house in the suburbs might seem like a good deal, but have you factored in the cost of a longer commute? In our next segment, we're going to dive into transportation costs in Montgomery County. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this. It might just change the way you think about where to live in this pricey but desirable county. Some Montgomery County residents are saving big on transportation without sacrificing their quality of life. It's all about smart strategy, and I'm going to show you how they're doing it. Imagine joining the sea of commuters heading out of Montgomery County at 7 a.m. Whether you're driving or taking the metro, you're spending a lot more time getting to work than the national average. And that time, my friends, adds up fast. Now let's talk about money. If you're driving, you're not just burning time, you're burning cash. Gas prices in Maryland are typically higher than the national average. And if you're heading into DC, those parking fees will hit your wallet hard. And public transit isn't always cheaper. A monthly Metro Pass can cost you anywhere from $81 to $216, depending on your route. That's a big expense, especially when you're dealing with those high housing costs we just talked about earlier. Your location in Montgomery County makes a huge difference in your transportation costs. Living closer to urban centers or public transit hubs can save you money, but that beautiful home in the suburbs might come with very high transportation expenses. And don't forget about those sneaky costs people often overlook. Parking fees can add up fast in areas where spots are scarce. And let's not even get started on vehicle maintenance. Those surprises can easily throw off your budget. But here's where it gets good. Some clever Montgomery County residents have found ways to beat the system. They're using carpooling networks, taking advantage of employer-sponsored transit programs, and embracing telecommuting and flexible work hours. By thinking creatively about your commute, you could cut your transportation costs significantly. That's money you could put towards your housing, your kids' education, or maybe that vacation you've been dreaming about. Now, all this talk about housing and transportation costs probably has you wondering about other expenses. Well, stick around because we're about to dive into the cost of keeping your family fed in Montgomery County. And trust me, you'll want to hear this one too. Standing in the produce aisle of your local Montgomery County grocery store, You might be shocked by the almost $5 for a dozen of eggs. For a family of 4, grocery expenses can reach $1,000 to $1,200 per month. These prices are consistently higher than the national average, reflecting the premium cost of living in this area. Your food choices can significantly impact your overall budget. Many Montgomery County residents are getting creative to manage these costs. Some turn to local farmer markets and co-op for fresh, affordable produce. Others embrace meal planning and bulk buying at Costco or Sam's Club, which can lead to substantial savings over time, especially for larger families. When it comes to dining out in Montgomery County, you've got a wide range of options. How often you choose to eat out can dramatically affect your monthly food budget. Some residents are mastering the art of cooking at home with simple, wholesome ingredients. Others take advantage of restaurant deals and happy hours when they do decide to eat out. The smartest savers in Montgomery County are often those who invest in quality ingredients and cook most meals at home. This strategy allows them to enjoy good nutrition while keeping their overall food expenses in check. But food costs are just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to living in Montgomery County. In our next segment, we're going to explore the cost of education and childcare. If you have kids or you're planning to, these numbers are crucial to understand for your financial planning. Let's talk about the true cost of education and childcare in Montgomery County, one of America's most expensive places to live. The numbers might shock you. Childcare costs here are astronomical. Full-time daycares can run you $1,500 to $2,500 per month. That's often more than a mortgage payment. And if you're thinking about private school, annual tuition ranges from $10,000 to $40,000. These costs can exceed some families' total annual income. Public schools are more budget friendly, but don't forget about the hidden costs. School supplies, extracurricular activities, tutoring, it all adds up fast, catching many parents off guard. These expenses reflect the overall high cost of living in Montgomery County and can have a long-lasting impact on your finances. But it's not all bad news. Many families here are making it work without a six-figure salary. They're using financial aid, scholarships, and community programs to offset education expenses. It takes some creative thinking and careful planning, but it's possible. Education and childcare costs are major factors in Montgomery County's overall cost of living. They're part of a bigger picture that includes housing, transportation, and food costs. Understanding these expenses is crucial for anyone considering a move to this county. It's a complex financial landscape, but with the right information and strategies, you can navigate it successfully. Now let's take a moment to recap the real cost of living in Montgomery County. Housing, transportation, food, and education can add up quickly, but what you get in return is hard to beat. Top-notch schools, beautiful parks, and convenient access to DC. Beyond that, the county is alive with energy, from bustling downtowns to diverse restaurants serving cuisines from all over the world. There's always something happening in Montgomery County. Add in a vibrant arts and culture scene, live performances, local festivals, and a dynamic lifetime, and it's clear Montgomery County offers a lifestyle rich with experiences. That said, I won't sugarcoat it. Living here comfortably on a modest salary can be a challenge, but it's far from impossible. Many residents make it work with creative solutions like house sharing, renting out basements, and thoughtful budgeting. And remember, living here isn't just about the amenities. It's about the opportunities and connections. The benefits of being part of this vibrant, resource-rich community can pay off in ways that go beyond financials. With some smart planning, you can make Montgomery County work for you and enjoy all the amazing things it has to offer. So if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or relocating to Montgomery County or anywhere in Maryland, you might have a lot of questions, and I'm happy to answer them all. Reach out to me anytime. My contact information is in the description box below. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up. I put a lot of effort into bringing you valuable and accurate information about Maryland real estate every week, and your support means so much to me. Thanks again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.